retire when I expect.
Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. And checking out some numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. Harrison Barnes is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 spot. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Now here's Barnes. Wembanyama. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
Ever the crafty vet, Barnes spots a wide open guy and sends that ball on time and on target.
Outside, Markkanen. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ball against George. Pass to Kessler. Fade away. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Barnes with it. George picks him up. The shot's good from Paul.
What I like about Paul is he picks smart shots to take, especially when they're behind the arc.
Now here's Markkanen. Lets it go from deep. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And they can breathe a little easier on their 4th shot. They finally hit the target.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Barnes. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. George against Paul. And the shot goes in.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Barnes outside. Out left to the wing. Inside. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Now that we're around the midway point of this NBA Cup stage, here's a look at how the standings are shaping up.
Yeah, it's been a really fun tournament to watch, especially when you see just how much the fans get into it, and we've still got a number of games to go.
Now, here's George. He had 25 points last game. Shot by Collins, no good. To the inside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Tough bucket, a lot of contact on the foul, but Chris Paul sticks with it and gets it to go.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody. Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Kessler finds George. Outside Collins. Shot clock at 5, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. You look at Castle, third in the league. He typically dominates out there. He can seemingly score at will.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I gotta say, apparently, it's translating pretty well. You know, the perfect lob partner, Wembanyama, with elite hand-eye coordination.
Kessler setting the pick for George. Outside, Markkanen. Off target from outside. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Champagnie passes to Barnes. From outside, off the mark.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Kessler setting the pick for Sexton. Another miss by Utah. The Spurs have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Markkanen finds George. Here's Sexton. Utah moving it around. Outside, George, 5 on the clock, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Paul. Floats one, and it's sent back by George. Back to Collins. Kessler up top. Over Wembanyama. Kessler, no good. San Antonio leading. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Now, Will Hardy talked to me a little while ago. Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
Thank you, David. The Jazz making a switch here. Sensabaugh is checked in. This is game 3 for these teams in the NBA Cup tournament group play. That adds an extra level of intensity, doesn't it?
Kevin, it certainly does, especially because one of these teams has much more to lose. At this point, only one of them might be playing to advance in this tournament.
And here is Johnson following Colin Sexton's 3.
Oh, that barrel chest of Johnson makes the difference in that battle.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
check out some of the stats for Markkanen. Averaging about 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Now, here is George. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Kessler setting the pick for George. Pass to Kessler. Just 5 to shoot. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Castle. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. They get it back. Wembanyama with the bucket.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Sexton. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And it became very clear very early, RJ, that Wembanyama is legit and a very special player. Generational.
You never know until those first few games, but it was immediate how different Wemby is going to be. He has already met those lofty expectations that we all had for him.
Wembanyama. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
George passes to Markkanen. Count it. Markkanen's got 8.
Yeah, how about the focus there by Markkanen? Terrific at keeping his eyes on the basket, not letting the D affect his rhythm.
That 3 off the mark. For Utah, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Here's Sensabaugh. No good on that one. Excellent D there by Johnson. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. And here's Barnes for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. 5 points in the game.
He's a dangerous shooter from deep. Barnes can hit some big shots out there.
Markkanen against Barnes. Markkanen passes to Kessler. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
And the Spurs with possession after the basket by Utah and the basket by Johnson.
He's becoming a more potent offensive threat. When Johnson is catching and firing, it helps him get into a rhythm.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Johnson. Back to George. Over Paul. And it's George missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Pass to Sensabaugh. To the middle. And Sexton has it in the corner. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Sexton's got 5 now.
And the poise Sexton has is impressive. Dependable at bailing out his team in some tight spots.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. talk about getting good looks, here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. John Collins is second.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
It's Wesley on the wing. Johnson, the pass to Jones. A three-pointer, no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier, defended by Jones. Off target with his three. San Antonio leading by 8. Johnson dishes to Jones. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Outside Collins. Here's Champagny. It's Wesley on the wing. And Jones has it in the corner. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
And it's Jones with the ball for San Antonio. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
We've got Collier. Drew Eubanks out there with John Collins. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Here's Champagny. Still yet to score. Shot by Collins, no good. Here's Juzang, covered by Wesley. Pass to Collier. Eubanks with it. Here's Collier, defended by Jones, and finished off by Collins.
Well, this is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
Shots good by Wesley. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Spurs lead.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Pass to Wesley. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Jazz have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Collins passes to Collins. Back to Collins from outside the arc. And Wesley pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Juzang, covered by Johnson. Pass to Eubanks. In the corner, Collins with it. Here's Juzang. Here's Sensabaugh. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Count it, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Eubanks. Now Collins. He's guarded by Johnson. Tries from the block, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Collins. Right side, Collins. On the wing, Johnson. Collins, a screen on Collins. Johnson for three. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got his 4th rebound in this one. To Juzang. Here's Collier, defended by Jones. Down low, here's Eubanks. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Johnson. The shot is good off the backboard. Johnson's got 7.
He is extremely comfortable and confident around that paint. We'll see a lot of points from Keldon Johnson in that area.
Pass to Collier. They set the pick. A 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. The shot's good. And now a 6-point Spurs lead.
Unselfish to the core. Johnson looking to make plays for others.
Here's Juzang. No scoring in this one. That one a little long. Here's Champagny. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Collins. Here's Sensabaugh. Collins, a screen on Wesley. The Jazz again can't hit it. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Collier, defended by Jones. To stop the run. And it's Collier missing. Spurs leading by 9. Wesley the pass to Jones. To the middle. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And let's take a look here at John Collins.
Over the last month, getting it done. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Jazz. Markkanen comes in for Collins. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Sexton, he's checked in for Utah. George comes in for Collier. Castle's checked in for the Spurs. Paul comes in for Jones. George finds Markkanen. And taken away by Paul. In transition, here come the Spurs.
They'd run this all night if they could, setting up Wembanyama perfectly.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Buries it down low. Sensabaugh's got 7.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Jazz trail by 9. Outside, George. Now Kessler, defended by Wembanyama. To the inside, 4 on the clock. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way.
He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Now here's Markkanen. Tight defense on him. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
The first one falls. Well, we have all enjoyed the NBA Cup tournament, and Greg, the double meaning it brings to these games earlier in the season is just terrific.
Yeah, of course. They also count in the regular season standings as well. It allows teams a second trophy to chase, a championship that's a lot earlier in the calendar. And I'll tell you who else benefits, a lot of the young teams, because it puts them in a playoff mindset. I think it's going to help their progression over the course of the season.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The Spurs have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That's good from Castle. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Greg, Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
And he's good on the first of 3.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard.
And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Paul passes to Champagnie. A 3 from Barnes, nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs. Sexton kicks to George. Back to Sexton. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Paul against George. Wembanyama sets a screen for Paul. No problems knocking that one down. Paul's got 12 in the game.
When it comes to running the pick and roll, there is no one better than Chris Paul. He's able to read the floor and manipulate the defense at an unbelievable level.
Markkanen from outside. Cans it from downtown.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
To the left wing, here's Wembanyama. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
The first free throw is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
There's a screen by Collins. They swipe it. Here's Castle. Kessler with the rebound. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 13. And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Paul for three. Drills the three-pointer. Paul's got 5 points in the quarter.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Jazz shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Spurs leading by 11. Paul outside. Wembanyama, a screen on George. Paul. Here's Castle. Here's down. Wow!
My gracious, way to get up.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Now here's Sexton. 10 points for him. Here's Collins. Barnes grabs the miss. Here's Champagnie. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Champagnie's got his second basket of the night. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. The guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
These young fellas have been hot. Usually, I'd say it's too soon to tell much, but right now, they're balling.
The talent on display is undeniable. The endurance part, though, open question.
All right, getting back to this game now and the sensational play from Victor Wembanyama.
Come on now, Wembanyama has a major impact at both ends, possibly a generational talent. Time will tell, but he's showing it all tonight.
There might be some Lou Alcindor in this kid. You know who I'm talking about? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the length, the toughness. But like you said, we've got to see more.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. Barnes out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the three. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
And he's good on the second.
And Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
And he nails the third. Jazz trail by 18. George with the ball. Outside, Markkanen. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen.
Saw the play develop, and Barnes got out in front to get the score.
Now, here's George. Collins, a screen on Paul to end the run. Offensive rebound.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort.
The tray, that drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got assist number 5 here tonight. Utah calls timeout. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Victor Wembanyama. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Now, here's Markkanen. He's got 13. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 to start the second half.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing a contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix. And with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
Shams, we really appreciate the update. We know how detailed you are. Thanks so much.
And staying aggressive on offense. Markkanen's always looking to score the basketball. This guy has really become a refined scorer.
Wembanyama, add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Shot by Collins, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that game against Los Angeles, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
He misses the free throw.
One thing about Wembanyama's 8-foot wingspan is it allows him to cause problems that NBA players have never seen before.
He hits the second from the line. Here's George. Pass to Kessler. And here's Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Barnes outside. Paul with the screen for Barnes. Paul outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 4 on the shot clock. Drains the three-pointer. Paul's got 24.
Doesn't come back and fire threes very often. Paul answers that time.
And they double up Markkanen. Kicks it out to Collins. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Spurs leading by 22. Barnes outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
A big forward with quick hands. Barnes, oh, he'll let it fly.
Pass to Kessler. Markkanen with it. He's feeling it. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Now here's Paul. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Markkanen into the lane. He gets that one. 24 points for him.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Pass to Barnes from past the arc. They get the rebound. And Wembanyama throws it down.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Now here's Markkanen. There's a screen by Collins. Outside, George. Over Paul. Buries the 20-footer. George has got his second basket. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Barnes outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Kessler. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. The Jazz have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Champagnie. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Kessler passes to Sexton. No good on the triple. San Antonio's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Pass to Champagnie. Misses the 3. Utah is shooting well. They're at 45%. And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Spurs. I know they would have liked a better start, but they're 10th in the conference right now. And of course, Utah, down 4 spots from them. A different look for Utah. Sensabaugh is checked in, and it's Collier in for George. And San Antonio with the change here too. Wesley's checked in, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
And Utah making a change here. Sheboy's checked in. Johnson's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Sexton. He's got 10. Pass to Sheboy. Wesley against Sexton. Wants to get into Kessler and does.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Wembanyama, a screen on Sexton. Bucket is good. Wesley's got 5 points now in the quarter. Jazz have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Sexton against Wesley. Here's Sheboy. And he banks in the layup. Chibue's got his first points in this one.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Here's Paul. Right through the D for the layup.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Inside, here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Paul passes to Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And the Jazz with possession here. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Here's Sensabaugh, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Chris Paul. Averaging 13 points per game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, but really his main asset is being a playmaker.
Great handle, great vision. That's how he drops so many dimes.
First free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3 ball for these guys.
And the first one drops. Good on both. San Antonio leading by 23. They set the pick. Down low. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Johnson. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Clock at 2. Here's Wesley. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Third personal foul.
Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. In fourth, the Spurs.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want a foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. For Utah, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Puts up a 3, drops in the tray. Sexton's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
San Antonio again missing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, easy call.
The Jazz have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. First one falls for him. Jones checked in for Chris Paul. And Sexton drops them both. Spurs leading by 20. Jones kicks to West. Lets it go from the wing. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And Utah making a change here. Potter's checked in.
One shot.
And that one misses. The Jazz shooting it beautiful here in the third, 56% from the field. Juzang passes to Collier. Five to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Collier's got his first points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Johnson outside. Pass to Wesley. Takes the three. The shot by Johnson, no good.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Here's Potter.
Who's watching it?
Now Eubanks. Basket good. Eubanks got his second bucket of the night. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones dishes to Johnson. From the arc. Utah with the rebound. Here's Collier. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Sensabaugh. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the San Antonio Spurs. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring in the buckets. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Drew Eubanks, Collier out there with Williams, and it's Sensabaugh in at the two. That's the group right now for Utah. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Number 19, Vyacheslav.
Spurs leading by 18. Jones, the pass to Wesley. And here's Johnson outside. The rebound by the Jazz. Eubanks got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Shot clock at 6.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And the first one at the line is good. And Utah making a change here. Shibwe's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 16-point lead. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Pass to Shibwe. From 10 feet out. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Pretty work in the painted area. He needs to make the most of those chances.
Jones, the pass to Bassi. Johnson kicks to Jones. Shoots over Collier. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Jazz trail by 14. Inside. Pass to Shibwe. Jazz passing it around. And the shot falls short this time. Spurs have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. And it's Mamu Kelishvili missing. The Jazz shooting well, 50% from the floor. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Juzang can't hit.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
There's the pick. Here's Johnson, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Strong finish by Johnson. He's not a small wing. He's a solid 220.
Collins checked in for the Spurs. That's good from Johnson. Jazz trail by 17. Pass to Juzang. And he drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Juzang's got his first 2 points of the night. It's Wesley on the wing. Now Johnson. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Spurs lead by 18.
After sinking one triple in the first quarter, he nails another one in the second quarter. He's got it going on.
Pass to Sensabaugh. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Juzang. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Paul against George. Nobody near Barnes. No good with the triple. Jazz trail by 18. Sexton the pass to George. Kessler screen on Paul. Pocket 6. George looking over the floor. And the three off target. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And here's Barnes for 3. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Outside, Sexton. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
They set the pick. Here's Mamu Kalashvili. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. John Collins, he's checked in for Utah. And San Antonio also making a switch. Champagne's checked in. Jazz trail by 19. Outside, Markkanen. Nails the baby hook. Markkanen's got 26.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Champagne. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
One of the best passers of all time. Paul relishes setting the pace and finding his open teammates.
Outside, Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sexton. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 16th rebound on the night. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And what makes Castle so difficult to guard is that he keeps defenders off balance with this constant change of pace.
Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Here's Barnes. After the made shot from John Collins. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Lobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Kessler against Wembanyama. And it's sent back by Kessler. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collins. Now, here's George, defended by Paul. Collins, a screen on Paul. George dishes to Collins. Markkanen, and Utah again with the bucket.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. He loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
Now here's Barnes. Paul with the three. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy. Left side, Sexton.
And he's just good at forcing the issue. Love seeing Sexton stay aggressive and just get under the D's skin.
No good on the second free throw. San Antonio leading by 18. Here's Barnes from down in the low post. It goes. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
The Spurs have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. And it's off from three-point range. Outside, Sexton. Pass to Kessler. Outside, Sexton. Jacks up a three. Rebound, San Antonio. Champagne's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Barnes outside. Hall with the screen for Barnes. Bangs home the trifecta. Barnes has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Spurs.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And finished off by Collins. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Spurs. It's an 18-point game. On the wing, Barnes. Pass to Castle. Puts up a three. Here's Wembanyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wembanyama has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Victor Wembanyama.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style. Avoids the block thanks to the fadeaway, quick thinking, and look, great touch.
Paul outside. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And this is a big win for them in the NBA Cup as they move to 2-1 in the group stage.
And if they can win their final group stage game, it's likely that they're going to advance